Well, hello there. It's just me, N8K99, also known as Nate, you know. Or Nathan, whatever. Who cares? It's just another Monday morning. I'm obviously sitting in my studio, and I'm about to do some stuff. 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 Yeah, let's turn that off for a second. Okay, it's just me. I've got to let the cat out. Sorry about that. You know, domestic animals and their needs. Right? Am I right? Anyway, so I've been doing this thing. Actually, I've been doing a lot of things. But what I'm specifically talking about at the moment is I have been making a podcast of new music that I release every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Whether we're standard or daylight, I don't care. It's the 6 p.m. that the general consensus of the eastern seaboard of North America is on. Leave your politics out of my podcast. All right. Anyway, I've been putting out a podcast of new electronic music every Friday. It was kind of a challenge to me to do this. So what it's turned into is a laboratory of sorts, where I experiment during the week and put together new sounds, or new to me sounds. Yeah, that's the one. New to me sounds. So there's that. And it's a half an hour long. And originally I was writing the way I had been writing for a long time. All of my stuffs. And now what? And so before I get to now, it went through a phase where I was testing out how to use one of my keyboards more effectively, my Yamaha MOX F8, which is a workhorse. It's got basically a DAW built into it, and it's got a whole bunch of wild and crazy and eccentric settings that I was testing out. And so it became real easy to make that Friday podcast by, just setting up a record button, which I pressed, and just played for half an hour. That was cool. I dug it. It allowed me to develop some more improvisational sort of things, which, with my jazz background from ancient history, was cool. I really dug that. And in fact, I still like that a lot. It's kind of the basis of a Thursday night thing that I do now, which I'm not going to get into that at the moment. But what I have started recently is kind of like a warm up creativity exercise in the mornings, where I sit down with my laptop at a different spot, um, and I just use the Apple loops that are built into Logic Pro and make some generic dubstep songs. It's just kind of an exercise in like a warm up exercise in creativity. Gets me flowing, man. Gets me juiced, bro. Gets me all jammed out and ready to like expand horizons. But what this has done is so let's talk about Thursday now before I go further. Thursday, I'm starting to take that improvisational stuff and do like a live stream Thursday nights from 9 p.m. till midnight. Once again, that eastern seaboard of North America time zone. I need to be more precise about that. Anyway, so I do this improvisational jam on Thursday nights. It's cool. I like it. It's fun. And that's the important thing here. It's fun for me. I make music. I express myself. And so the Thursday night thing is like I'm feeding my trumpet, and I'm feeding guitar, and I'm playing some keyboard, and I'm doing some MIDI tricks where I'm turning analog into MIDI, and it's electronic music, but not necessarily one of the major genres of electronic music. It's definitely not dubstep. It's definitely not trance. It's definitely not ambient. It's definitely not, electro house or techno house or deep house or progressive house or there's a vast tree of taxonomy for various genres of electronic music. And I find that very hilarious because it all is built off boots and skirts. Yes, it's all built off of boots and skirts. And then what we do with the electronics. And I kind of feel it's unfair to classify this as electronics anymore, because what we're really doing is using computers. So it's computer music or computerized music. That was a rant. Anyway, so Thursday nights I do this improv thing. Boosh. And that's grown out of the podcast. So now that I've got the daily generic dubstep track as a warm-up, what I'm doing now is taking those tracks, and Friday or Thursday morning or whatever, some point in time, I'm taking those tracks before 6 p.m. on the eastern seaboard of North America, and I'm mixing them together into that half hour of new music for the podcast. Well, I've done it once. So, but once is the beginning. So I've decided to open up my process and allow you to see what's going on in the inside of my process. Wow. That was whoo-wee. Anyway, so because Adam Neely says you got to play the game, I'm going to play the game. And this is the beginning of the playing the game. And part of playing the game is starting the game. And starting the game, you got to pick a starting point. And this is my starting point. It's where I'm at right now. So it's what I'm doing. So let's just get into it. So obviously, I'm gonna set a cycle so it goes all the way there. Oh, good. I see sound on my OBS audio monitor. All right, I like that. It's a good start. Let me put this clap hat topper in there. You know, I could, loop it like this, but I don't really do that much. I prefer the drag and drop individual sections. Build up. I'm gonna call it a build up. It's a build up. It's a build up, I tell you. Anyway, right here, we want to continue these because the next thing I'm going to do is when that synth dies out, I'm going to put in a bass. Maybe I'll do this a lot and make a bunch of generic dubstep songs, and all of these loops will get used over and over again. So it will become really familiar, but that's not what I want. That sounds like something from Yo Gabba Gabba. All right, let's go with this rising high bass because I'm building here, right? Building here. Let's put this on cycle. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna introduce this bass all by itself. All right, that's a little. We want to add some more parts to this. Not bass. We got bass. Let's see what they got for synths. Okay, so we're gonna call this a verse section, and it's got a nice little staircase where you can see things are building up. As long as it looks pretty, man. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. Duh. So that is verse. After verse in traditional songs, there's a chorus, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just change the beat up because it's mine, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge change, but it's a change. So just had a deep thought. Bass. What sort of bass do I want? mention this is generic dubstep? I think I did. It's probably in the title and everything, but yeah, that's what we're talking about there. Yeah, it's happening, right? I mean, it's generic. It's dubstep. It's dubstep. It's generic. I want to move. I mean, if it makes a 52-year-old man want to move, then I'm gonna consult my wider library, and find something that's that's it. And look at that, like a puzzle piece. It fits right in there. How about that? Holy smoke. It's almost like it was meant to be. Whoo! Yeah. So let's put this here. And that's going to serve as a transition for... I got a new bass at the end of this drop section. Because I'm gonna put an entirely new beat in to what's gonna be my bridge. That's a change. That's definitely a change. Yeah. So exciting, generic dubstep, right? I mean, come on. If you're not having fun doing this, why do it? And I'm having a lot of fun. Ow. I just banged my elbow. All right. Currently, I am sitting at 2 minutes and 36 seconds. It's a generic dubstep track. Oh my gosh, it's so generic. It's like I walked into a pharmacy store or a convenience store or like a grocery store, and I'm like going down the dubstep aisle, and I'm like, ooh, there's like some name brand dubstep, and there's some more name brand dubstep, and oh, store brand dubstep. But I want to step below that, and where the box is just like a white box, and it says generic dubstep. That's what I got going on here. Generic dubstep. We're gonna listen to it. This is the whole track. So did I lie? It's generic, right? It's very generic. And I'm okay with that, honestly, because that's just the way, you know, I'm creating stuff. That's the next step of the game, right? Yeah, next step of the game. Ooh yay! Ooh yay! Ooh yay! Ooh yay! Oh, that was just too much fun. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for thanks for everything. And until next time.